Shannon Sharpe is being sued for a sensational $50 million. Oh wow, we have to discuss this. Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you are so very welcome indeed, my darlings. So, our beautiful Shannon Sharpe is being sued by a young lady from Nevada for $50 million. Her lawyer is none other than Tony Buzbee. Yes, that Tony Buzbee who tried to sue Jay-Z with yet another Jane Doe. As a matter of fact, it wasn't only Jay-Z, it was also with P. Diddy. That case, I followed it and I reported it here on our channel, and it was dismissed as I had predicted. Tony Buzbee is here again with this Jane Doe who happens to work at OnlyFans or is on OnlyFans, and they are coming for Shannon Sharpe. For those of you that don't know who Shannon Sharpe is a former NFL player. We are the same age. He is 56 years old. He has 3 children. He's never married. And in 2011, I think he was drafted in the Hall of Fame, which brought about him being a sports commentator on ESPN. Most of you will remember him because he had the stunning, sensational interview with Cat Williams, and that was how he kind of sort of became a household name. I love Shannon Sharpe. I love him. I think that he is wonderful and sensational at his job, and he's got a personality that can fill 10 halls. I love the banter that he has on his show, on his podcast. He's one of the best as far as I am concerned. So this comes with a very, very, very heavy heart. But let's go through the details first. This young lady claims that Shannon Sharpe outed her. Not once, but twice. Last year, and I think January, February of this year also. I kind of saw it in the news, but I didn't pay too much attention to it for the simple reason that Shannon Sharpe had some kind of a sex listening party last year where he was in the throes of lovemaking with a woman, and we got to hear the audio. It was a kind of leaked spillage, as he said that he did not know he pressed the wrong button, and so the world got to hear his, love-making antics and tactics in the bedroom. Silly, but I didn't think anything of it because he's a full-grown man. He can do whatever he wants, really, in his own space, in his own time. So far as it's consensual with his lady friend, not my business. I didn't think anything of it. I just kind of brushed it aside. So I saw this little thing in the news. Again, I didn't really pay attention to it until I paid attention to it. And so this lady is suing him for $50 million. Again, like I said, that he did certain things to her. I'm not going to say any of this on the channel. You can read it. And she feels basically abused by him.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just going to get mad at, and you're just going to hang up on me. So I feel like...
I'm not going to hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the shit out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
And in so doing, Shannon Sharpe came out with a statement.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Buzbee, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Buzbee targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Buzbee want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
We are having the most fabulous, the most wonderful Summer Splash Fumi Nation meet and greet on the 20th of July here in London, United Kingdom at the Novotel Hotel in Hammersmith. We are going to have goodie bags. I will be updating this event on a weekly basis just to include all of the brands that are going to be coming. We have special guests, my darlings. Oh my God. And the event is going to be from 1 to 6. And darlings, for the first time ever, you are going to have an exclusive to my brand. I am so excited. I cannot wait for you guys to be there. We are also going to have vendors. We have fashion. We have style. And for those of you that are coming from different countries, get in touch with Sabali Travel. They will book your flights for you. They will book your hotel rooms for you. They are the absolute best, and they booked for Fumi Nation last year. We're going to take pictures together. We're going to have a fabulous lunch. We're going to have fabulous cake, fabulous drinks, music, dancing. There are going to be giveaways. There are going to be prizes to be won. There is so much going to be going on. It's really an extravaganza. It is the Fumi Nation extravaganza, and all of the brands that I love for my skin, for my hair, Healthy Hair Studio, it's going to be there. The makeup, it's going to be there. All the sweets and all the treats. It's an extravaganza. It's going to be a day to remember. And yes, my darling, it's a family occasion, so the children can absolutely come. Absolutely come. We are going to have fabulous day, and it's going to be on a Sunday. On a Sunday, my darlings. So come along, come with the family, and be ready to be entertained. Get ready to be motivated. Get ready to be inspired with the special guests that we have. It is going to be like no other. And I did this especially for you, to show my gratitude for all that you have done for me all of these years. You're going to live for it. Tickets are below. Not only did he come out with a statement, he also came out with receipts. And in so doing, he undid Miss OnlyFans, and now we know that her name is Gabriella, with pictures and all kinds of illicit details in their text messages. This young woman is only 20, while we have a 56-year-old man dilly-dallying with her. I think when they first met, I think he was 54 and she was 19 or something like that. I think she's 2021 or something like this now. So in the text messages, it's now brought to light. What is brought to light? It's brought to light that they play all kinds of games in the bedroom. I'm just trying to really clean up this mess here. They play all kinds of games in the bedroom, and they send, well, she did for sure, sent all kinds of very distasteful messages and the kind of stuff that they like to do in the bedroom. Kinky. Let me use that word. All these kinky role play that they like to do. You know, tie me up and do this to this butt cheek and to that butt cheek and pay for this butt cheek and pay that butt cheek. This was the kind of relationship that they had. And so it brings to light for me that what this girl is saying about Shannon Sharpe is nothing short of a shakedown and trying to extort money from him. Let me start with Tony. Tony, I'm so disappointed in you because when you first came out, I wanted you to really go forth with integrity. I mentioned it in the very beginning. As a lawyer, make sure that you have thoroughly checked all of these accusers. And I'm referring to Diddy because Diddy had so many cases against him. I felt as if people were jumping on the bandwagon. I'm not saying that Diddy is innocent or guilty. I'm just saying that the amount of people that were coming and accusing him of one thing or another, I felt as if maybe there'll be some cases that it was really all about to check. And I said, Tony, you've got to be careful. Make sure that you do a thorough job. It fell on deaf ears because you moved on to a case that I could see in my studio here in London that this case was not going to go anywhere. And that was the autistic Jane Doe who ran out in the night, took a 5-hour trip, and she was hard by Diddy, by Jay-Z, and there were women there who looked and saw everything. She met other celebrities. Her father had to come. Her father did not remember any of this. He never asked her any questions, and then she went back to bed and Sera, and the friend that took her there has passed. It was a horse and pony show. And Jay-Z took you and dragged you all around town. And before you could say Jack Robertson, the case was dropped. So I was disappointed. Here you are again with this young girl who has all kinds of explicit text messages. And as far as I'm concerned, she set Shannon Sharpe up. She recorded it. She knew what her intent was. And she gave it to you. And that's all the homework that you did. You twiddled your thumbs, twiddle-dee, twiddle-dum, and you thought you had a case. And so you went out now to harass Shannon Sharpe and said, we're going to get you for $50 million. You don't have a case because this girl is a working girl. That's the only way I can look at it. And it's sad because of her age, because she's so terribly young. Young girl, I am sorry that you are in this circumstance. A young girl like you have your whole life ahead of you. You should be thinking of college. You should be thinking of pushing your career. You should be enjoying fashion. You should be enjoying beauty. Your life should be much less dramatic, and you should have a boyfriend who's going to college or, pursuing his career. You're enjoying your life and you are super and duper healthy. That's what you should be doing. You should not be engaging in relationships with your father's age, having all kinds of sexual games where they're touching your bottom. As far as I'm concerned, they should not be doing any of that. I wonder what happened to you. What trauma happened to you that you have found yourself at this doorstep, and now the whole world knows you as a snowflake, because our black sisters out here said it's none of our business. All black women, it's none of our business, because these sports guys go around with snowflakes, in other words, white women, and this is what they get. In other words, a sister would not do this. My issue is how young this girl is and how sophisticated as well as naive that you are. That if you think this is enough for you to bring down a man then you would have to really go back to school, mama, because this world will chew you up and it will spit you out if it's not doing so already, because everybody knows who you are now, Gabriella. Shannon Sharpe, of whom I love. I have been so happy for you. I want you to rise and soar and excel. That you were about to sign a contract for $1 million just a couple of days ago. And now you are in a situation where you have jeopardized your career and everything you have worked for a little girl like this that wasn't even worth it. Shannon, this is your fault. This is your fault. You brought this upon you because you have no business talking to a 20-year-old. And if you're talking to a 20, 18, 19-year-old like such, it is for you to motivate her. It's for you to be a father figure to her. For you to steer her back onto the right track. It's not for you to talk about when you see her. It's not about you doing anything to her. It's not about you having these kind of text messages sent to you from a 21-year-old. Shame on you for that. I'm going to call it like it is because you and I are the same age. You can never, ever. In fact, they're my sons. I have a lot of them. I have a lot of them that are even in high school. Auntie Fumi, I don't even take pictures with them. Some of them say, Auntie Fumi, why won't you take a picture with me? Because you are 16-year-old children. As tall as you are, I'm your mama, I'm your grandmother. I want you to do well in school. How is your mom? Does your mom know that you're here? Are you not supposed to be in school? That is what you should have been to this girl. At 20, at 21, at 22. That is what you should have been to her. You have no business in OnlyFans. You have 3 children. You've never been married. Maybe it's time for you to get married and settle down.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let me
tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your get you old out there that can love you old. You trying to hang out with these young and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. When they want you to go for a 4th round, you looking at her like, listen, you want some money to go to Starbucks? Yeah, because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that 4th round, she's gonna say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter, because that's going to get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you. So he thought I was going to be scared. Yes, I'm talking. And I know an old gal, she'll be good to you. Her name is Elladora.
Hi guys, my name is ENITAN, hair coach. I am UK's first ever hair coach and a trichologist. We are a team of trichologists and hair coaches here in W6 London, and we help those who are desperate and have tried and everything else has failed. We look after those who have chronic scalp concerns, flaky itchy scalp that's been going on for many years. We help those that have hair loss that has progressed instead of improved, and we help those that just generally want to have a better understanding of better quality hair, length, volume, and reduce that dryness. Visit us by clicking here.
Maybe it's time for you to have a woman at home so that way you can see some kind of sense, because you are out here just buck wild. That's what it is. We had the little scenario where your phone went off and we heard and you saw what you were doing. Okay, you know what? At 56, you should have a little bit more common sense. With everything you've worked for, with everything that you have at stake, you should not be in the throes of this. Why? It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. And this is why the black sisters are coming to you and saying, look, because you're too stupid. That's it. Because you're stupid. Because you lead with your Willy Wonka instead of leading with your brain. You've made it all. You've done it all. And you've had relatively a wonderful career, lovely reputation. But do you see now? You have now jeopardized all of that because we don't know you behind the scenes. We don't know who you are. The facade that you have kept on so very well. You actually like to run around with little girls such as this. That's a shame, and the shame is on you. younger than your children. I'm sure at least 1 or 2. You're guilty. You're guilty by association because you dipped your fingers where you should not have dipped in the cookie jar. It bit you because inside there were not cookies. It was a viper that bit you. That's what you got. Gabriella, everybody knows who you are. Everybody knows the kind of disgusting text messages that you send to men that don't care about you. They don't even respect you. And then you have Tony Buzbee, who is like a little bee and buzzes around, and it does look like that, Tony, that you actually go out of your way to look for prominent black men to bring down. And now I cannot hold you to any kind of credibility. Not anymore. I see your name, I'll turn the page. You have become somebody that is not to be trusted because this is a shakedown. Had you even done your job just a little bit, you would have seen that homegirl has Texas. And Shannon, do you see? Don't talk on the phone too much. Don't say what you know could put you into trouble. You didn't have the audio because you thought that you were talking to somebody who is a nobody. Well, that's what happened to David and Goliath. And you saw where David ended up, and you saw where Goliath ended up. Darlings, don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll see you sooner than later. The dress, my darling, is a thrift store dress. I lived for it. I think it was like a 60s store. I should get up. It's a 60s dresses, and I just loved it. And it's a belt that you can take off. There you go. See? And it's got this paneling, which I thought was really lovely. And then you can just tie it in like so. All right, my darlings, I'm going for lunch. Yes, I always go for lunch. I love my lunches. I have a business lunch, so I thought, why not? I'm going there a little bit late so that everybody can look at me as I walk in. And for those of you asking, the afro is there, my darlings. The afro is there. And I just straighten it out with Mighty Moisture and put it in a ponytail. All right, my darlings, I live for you. We have one of our sponsors already, Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place is going to sponsor what? It's going to sponsor our summer meet and greet 2025, and the brands are continuously coming. All of my love, my darlings, and I'll see you I'll see you sooner than later. Mwah.